Guys, Samoa Nomad here, back with another video. I got a cold, man. My little baby sister gave me a cold, man. 9 years old, give me a cough, as y'all can hear, and a runny nose, bro. And I feel warm, abnormally warm. I don't feel hot, I feel abnormally warm. So if it was winter, I think I'd be just fine, man. But I got another SR video for y'all today, man. And it ain't nothing about no damn female attraction or, getting women with the glow or any of that stuff. I think that is outdated. And I think it's time that, my other brothers that talk about the SR, should move past that. But I'm not one to tell people what to do. But I can only give suggestions. Because you young guys, guys my age, middle age, teenagers, that is the last thing you should be worried about right now is women. And that's the hardest thing to get your mind off is women. But that being further ado, we're going to talk about being prepared for opportunity that may never come versus being unprepared for one that does come. And obviously the former is way greater than the latter, man. Now I'm going to give y'all an example of myself, and I said it before, and maybe if you didn't hear it, we'll mention it again. Earlier this year in January, life was good for me. You know what I'm saying? Life was great. The year prior, it was absolutely terrible, man. It was absolutely terrible. I was depressed. I was going through hell. It was just god awful. It was god awful. I just felt like giving up. There would be days I would just cry randomly because I was, thinking about how life is garbage. Just a huge Super Bowl party, pity party. You know what I mean? That's how bad it was. But, earlier this year, things were rocking and high. I was focused. I was making money. I had got me a car, even though I was renting it every week, but I still had me something to drive. I had it all. I didn't have it all, but I was going up. I was going up and not down. And recently I had decided that, hey, I wanted to be a big risk taker. I wanted to gamble, put it all on black. And I did. I went to Georgia. I was doing Uber. At first I was grinding, but then it slowed down. And I said, I'm too good for these jobs out here. I shouldn't have to work a job because I got Uber. I don't have to do all that. I don't have to work a 9 to 5, or rather a 7:30 to 4 like I did prior. I don't have to do that anymore. I got too big for my britches, too huge for my shoes, and I just didn't have any respect. And what that did was it held me back significantly. I'm running low on money. I'm living in my car. I got a home in Baton Rouge to live, a comfortable place in a safe community with multiple stores and restaurants. But I'm out on my own. You know what I'm saying? No car, or no home, no apartment, no place to live. Because a friend of mine, his mom was tripping, pretty much lied. I ain't gonna say nothing else because I don't want my friend to beat my ass or anything like that. So I'm gonna just keep it at that. But I had no place to lay my head, and it was miserable. It was also miserable because I was jealous of the people having fun down there. I wasn't on SR at the time. I was just down bad, and plus I was having sex with different women out there too. But I was still down bad, and I just hated it. I was jealous. And instead of putting my jealousy aside, because this is what I tried to do when I wasn't on SR and out there, I tried to be somebody that appreciated instead of hating, and that didn't work because my situation with Uber, I wasn't making no money. I thought that since I was in Atlanta, I'd be making $1,000 a week. You know what I'm saying? Because my main goal out there was to get 6,000, go back home, get my CDL, and just go hard. But it didn't plan out for me. It didn't work that way, because I wasn't disciplined. I wasn't on semen retention. You know what I'm saying? I was just out there doing whatever, going to bars, drive. Instead of working 10 to 12 hours a day, I would work like 4 hours, stop. When the money got real funny, I got a job at 2 Men in a Truck. I was getting paid $22 an hour plus commission. And you know what I did to fuck it up? I stopped going to work because it was hard. Now, don't get me wrong, man. Moving furniture all day when you're not used to it is very, very tiring. But if I was disciplined on semen retention, I could have manned up and went through it, you know. And another thing too, you know, when you finish with a hard day at work like that, you want to go lay down on the bed and go to sleep. I'm sweaty. I'm in my car. I gotta drive to a Planet Fitness, and the place I worked at was in Atlanta, and Georgia is a sprawling metropolis, man. The Planet Fitnesses were like 15, 13 miles away. It was just far and in between, you know. But that being said, like, the excuses I gave you were the excuses I was making, because I wasn't on SR. I wasn't taking advantage of it. You know what I'm saying? Not being prepared for opportunities that came. You know what I mean? And this is a crazy thing about being on SR. You know, I mean, you don't have to be on SR to see it, but it's definitely profound. You think about how, if you weren't playing around, if you were paying attention, how different life could be. I know damn well for a fact that if I was focused, if I was on my grind, if I stayed with my job or got another job to have income coming in, you know, so I can pay for my car to live in, you know, I would have been in an apartment right now. I would have been in a nice apartment right now. My credit would have been fixed right now. I would have been with a car note. I would have been living nice, you know. It's the shoulda, woulda, couldas on SR that can, when you're not on SR, that kills you the most. But being on semen retention is like being baptized. It's like becoming part of a religion. If you join Islam or become a Muslim, I'm not really familiar with the terminology, so please correct me if you're part of that religion. Your slate is wiped clean. If you become a Christian, baptized by water, you're redeemed in Jesus' name. Your whole slate is wiped clean. You know, everything has changed forever, and that's how it is on semen retention. You know, you fall, you get back on, but those that stay the race, those that run the distance, can go even further. You know, and me, for myself, you know, I'm not setting, you know, short-term goals that are, oh yeah, you know, oh, I get women attraction, oh, I can have sex with these women, I can have all these numbers, all these girls if I'm a teenager, all these women if I'm a man. I am not thinking about those things. You know, I ain't gonna lie, it's a thought that goes into the back of the head because of the addiction that was had. But when you put things into perspective, when you are gunning for new heights, when you gunning for war, when you determined and destined to be a god of war and victory, then you put all that stuff on the back burner, man. That's what Shay Lion King, man. Shout out to him. That's what he said. You know, man, it's so hard not to be focused on women. Women are beautiful. You know, women are beautiful. You know what I'm saying? 18 and up women are beautiful. All races, you know, all ethnicities, all religions, all things. But you have to sacrifice those things, man. You know, right now, I failed. This is my second time failing in life. And I'm only 23. You know, and it sucks. It's not something nobody wants to hear. It's not something I want to tell myself. But it's the absolute God honest truth. I failed twice. But the beautiful thing about it is that I have the courage, I have the wisdom, the integrity, the intensity to acknowledge that I failed and to get right back up. You know, people say it's best to learn from others' mistakes, but that can be hard because you never seen a mistake before. So those that learn from the mistakes and set back out on the path, you know, can change different things, can move multiple mountains, you know. And back to the point of my video. Back to the main point of my video, man. You have to be prepared. You know what I'm saying? You have to be prepared for opportunities. You know, this school system in my city, like I said in the previous video, is offering free CDLs, man. Free CDLs. You know how much money you have to spend to get a CDL? Do you know how much money? You have to spend thousands of dollars. This ain't like back then where it was like a few thousand maybe or a few hundred. Ask Dexter. I don't know. No. You have to spend thousands of dollars to get a CDL. They're offering a free CDL. And if I had my driver's license, which I don't. I got a driver's license, but it's not whatchamacallit, active. If I had an active driver's license, you know what I'm saying, I could go ahead, apply, get my CDL, do the bus thing, get paid, drive kids around for a bit, get paid, and then I can find something new. But I can't do that because I'm not prepared for opportunity that has came. So you guys, man, be prepared. Get on semen retention and go hard. Set goals that you cannot. Set goals that most people would think is just absolutely BS and unattainable. Set your goals to the stars, man. Because look, I know they say if you aim for the moon, you'll fall on the clouds or something like that. I say you aim for the stars. If you miss, you'll fall on the moon. You get me? That way you can jump back up instead of having to resettle it, man. Let's get it.